I'm excited today to show you more of what we do here at Fowles Wine during vintage. We're going to take a look around the vineyards and the winery and show you how we make our wine differently to match with wild game. Our vineyards sit here at 500 metres above sea level in the Strathbogie Ranges in Victoria. The combination of a cool climate and ancient granite help us to produce wines with intense colour and wonderful flavour, the exact qualities we're looking for when matching wine with wild game. I'm here with Vineyard Manager Extraordinaire Rick Milan. What's growing fruit in the Strathbogies like?
Fantastic. I think out of the three regions that I've been in, the Strathbogie is my favourite. The weather's fantastic. We get a lot of breezy days like you see we have today. The soils are fantastic for growing grapes in. They're not too rich and they're not too lean. I think the best off this vineyard is certainly been our Riesling. And we've got our Chardonnay block that's coming into its own now, where every year we're seeing better and better quality out of it. In the reds, certainly Shiraz and Cabernet are our standout varieties.
And your personal favourite?
Shiraz.
Well, as you can see, we're up here at the winery, which is very close to the vineyards, and that proximity is really important in terms of capturing that intensity of aroma, intensity of flavour that we look for when we're matching wine to wild meat. I'm here with Victor Nash, our chief winemaker, and I've got a few questions for him about yeast and maturation. So Victor, tell me about these guys.
Matt, these are our 140-year-old oak casks. They hold about 5,500 litres of wine, and we specifically use them for maturing the ladies' Shiraz wines. They have very little oak influence, but a lot of benefits of slow oxygen pickup, and they preserve beautiful fruit quality in the wines. We need yeast to convert sugar into alcohol. It's actually a very natural process. Grapes are all covered in yeast, and we do a mix of natural ferments and controlled ferments or cultured ferments. Specifically, the Chardonnay has a large percentage of wild fermentation. We get a wild result in the wine.
The tasting bench is where we come together to craft the perfect blend. Depending on the vintage, we may decide to blend a small amount of an alternative varietal to create greater complexity or enhance aroma. What you may not know about Fowles Wine is that we're also sheep farmers, and today we're going to do a little exercise in contrasting farm-reared meat with wild meat. So I've got a leg of lamb from our farm and then also a leg of wild shot venison. We're going to do a couple of simple preparations and then we're going to barbecue roast them. What I want to show you is the different texture in the two meats that we have here. So there's the farm meat, which has an open and looser texture, a little bit of fat as well, and then you have the wild meat, which is a much tighter texture and also darker in colour. Now these two meats are different species obviously, and that'll make a difference, but actually generally wild meat is much darker, much leaner, much denser, and they're the qualities we're thinking about when we're blending our wines to match with food.